So, I've been hearing a lot of people talk about the diatomaceous earth, and it's really not good to feed to your chickens, nor is it good for them to even dust in that. It is actually made to kill cockroaches, beetles, spiders, centipedes, millipedes, and an array of other insects. What it does is it dehydrates them. So you really don't want to feed it to your chickens. And according to the vets, there is no scientific about it killing worms in livestock or chickens. So the best thing to feed your chickens if you want to keep them dewormed is ginger. Ginger, garlic will keep the lice off of them. The aloe also helps. The ginger and the aloe and the garlic together, you can put the ginger in the water. You can boil the ginger up and put it in their water, and they can drink it that way, and then you can cut the rest of the ginger up and stick it in their feed. Or put it in with your garlic and aloe. Rosemary is also a good herb. So if you have a little bit of respiratory problem in your flock, rosemary is really good for that. It's also a pain reliever, and it also helps to relieve stress. All your herbs that are good for you are good for your chickens and your pigs and other animals. There is about 15 chickens in here altogether, roosters and all. And I wouldn't actually put any more in this size of a pen than what's in here. I feel that sometimes people put way too many birds in one pen, and it gets to where they can't move around as well. And that will not help them, especially if they have a respiratory problem. You don't want to add that into the rest of your chickens. You'll want to take that bird and put it in another pen by itself until it's well. There's different herbs and stuff that you can feed them. And like the rosemary, for one, is good for respiratory. It will help clean out their lungs. When you go into the chicken nest, you'll see that there's a lot of dander in the bottom of the nest. That's from these. And sometimes it can get pretty dusty, and they will inhale that, and it will cause respiratory problems. Ginger is a great thing for deworming. It will keep the worms out. The garlic and the aloe will help also keep other parasites out. Garlic is good for chicken lice. It will keep them off the chickens because the lice does not like the garlic. It also will kill anything that's in their intestines that will cause like coccidiosis. I think I've mentioned that in one of my videos before. But rosemary, thyme, basil, sage, all those herbs have the same effect on these chickens as they do on you. They have all the same health benefits. They were quiet for a minute, but now they're noisy again. Because the other guineas are on the outside of the fence, so these guys are making noise for them. Should always keep your chicken nest cleaned out. Probably clean it out at least maybe twice a week and put in fresh hay for them so they have fresh hay and keep the dander down. Also, like out here, we've thrown a lot of stuff out here to them, a lot of weeds and stuff, so I need to come out here and rake up all the old leaves and old wood and toss them out. They enjoy grass. They enjoy a lot of different plants, different weeds, for that they eat on, which is all probably very healthy for them. Now, this group here is the younger group, and that group over there is the older group. And they pretty much stay in that group. But I thought I would hit on the diatomaceous earth. Oh, I have a hard time saying that word. Anyway, I hope you get my gist on that. But I would talk to my vet before I start putting it on my chickens or having my chickens dust in it or anything. For one thing, they pick on each other, they pick themselves, they clean their feathers off, they're going to get that in their mouth, they're going to swallow it, and it's not good for them. It's not going to kill them or anything like that, but it's just not good for them. It does cause dehydration, so it probably is not good for your chickens to be eating that or dusting in it. Give them just dirt. Like these guys, they dust anything. I soak some ground down over there, and it's wet and dry. Or wet, not wet, but it's just kind of damp. And they like to dust in this. It's gotten wet, and they like to dust in it because it'll cool them down a little. I also put a nesting box back here because the Americandas haven't been going in the chicken house to lay, and the guineas have been getting their eggs. So I thought I would put a nest in there so that they would be able to go in there and lay without being disturbed too much. As you can see, these Brahmas are growing quite well. Even those younger Coochins are growing quite well. One of them looks like a rooster, and as soon as he gets a couple of more months, we'll probably butcher him out. I am going to butcher one of those other roosters over there because I just don't need that many roosters in here. I have the one rooster from the Brahmas, so I really don't need any of the Coochins. I will take the one Coochin out and put him in a separate pen so that he can, once the Coochins start getting a little older, I'll put him in, a couple of hens in with him and let them sit and start letting them hatch out some new Coochins. I like the Coochins because they're good moms and they are brooders. They are highly brooders. I had one, I didn't think I was ever going to get her to stop being a brood, but she finally did. Now she's laying every day. And they are good layers. They lay an egg a day at least. And Buff Orpington there, she is starting to lay. And something flew over and caused them to growl. So anyway, I hope you understand what I'm just talking about on different herbs and all for your chickens to help keep them healthy. And in the wintertime, I wouldn't do a lot of closing them in. If it gets way cold, like below 10 or 15 below, and I would put a light in their house so they could, get warm, because they can get cold, especially their feet. And the feathered ones with the feathered feet, they can, mud and stuff can accumulate on that and cause their feet to get cold. So, I come out and check and make sure that their feet are clean during the winter time when there's a lot of snow. I come out here, in which we haven't had a lot of snow lately, but I've come out here and shoveled out quite a bit of snow so they'd have an area to come out and wander around a little bit. One year, the chickens were clear up to their necks walking in the snow, just pushing right through it, which was really funny to watch. So once I got an area cleaned out for them, they were pretty happy. But this year our weather has been crazy. We haven't even gotten any rain here in September, and usually we have storm after storm in September. This is October, so hopefully we'll start getting some rain here in October. But anyway, keep in mind that your aloe is really good. Your aloe, garlic, and ginger is really good for your chickens. It keeps them, ginger especially keeps the worms down, and the ginger also helps with their appetite. The aloe helps with their appetite. It also helps keep other parasites down along with the garlic. And it helps keep away coccidiosis. And I heard it also helps with other diseases that chickens get. You feed it to them, especially if they stop eating. You give them a teaspoon a day and keep them hydrated, give them plenty of water, and you will get them over their sickness. So I hope you understand, and please subscribe, please push the notification bell, push the like or no like bell, make a comment, and I will catch you on the flip side.